I should start again probably, well, we shoot all the way through the winter, but I should probably start again properly in March, and then try and, probably the Essex Masters will be the first bigger shoot, and then try and get in, because I think we've got one more selection shoot for the world team next year at Churchill's, and I think there's probably 7 or 8 of us in the running for 5 places to try and make the world team. If not, I'll still shoot the shoot anyway, and just do all the majors as usual, pick and choose. And try and do the best we can. Obviously, it's so hard to win now because like the standard of shooting is so high in the sporting. You go to a major shoot, it's 50 or 60 people that can win it. You go to a normal run-of-the-mill shoot on a Sunday, it's 20 people that can win it. It never used to be like that. The scores that are coming in are mad. You know, 98s, 99s coming on a regular basis, whereas 10 years ago, if you shot a 99, you were a legend. But now it seems to be every Sunday someone shoots it, and to me, the shoots aren't getting any easier. So it's just a standard now. So it brings us all up, really. And yeah, I don't have a yearly plan. I'll just pick and choose. I'll try to say I'll do all the majors, but yeah, there's no schedule I get really. It is definitely, you get to a certain level, you get to shooting your 85-90% week in, week out, which obviously a lot of people can do. Then it is a mental game because you've got it. You've got the experience. You know what you're doing. You can hit it probably 7 out of 8. Why can't you hit 8 out of 8? If you hit 10 7 out of 8s on a course, that's a 90, isn't it? But you need to be putting the straights in and building the score. A lot of people, when they shoot, will come off the score what they can shoot. So if they miss 5, they say I can shoot 95. Whereas normally you should really build your score up. So I've hit 8, keep going and see what you can shoot, because it's a negative thought dragging back what you can't shoot. So yeah, that's what we do really. I mean, it is a mental game, but try not to look into that too much, really. I mean, because you can obviously go down that road of sports coaching and stuff like that, can't you? But I've never had that. But maybe it's something I'll look at in the future. We'll just have to wait and see. No, I'll just say it is the if you get into the sporting world now, it is the hardest. It's hardest it's ever been. The standard now is so high. It's just there's no, the scores are ridiculous. If you ask probably George when he first started what the scores were, they were not. The scores weren't 98s, 99s. You were winning shoots on 88, 90 a lot of the time, and it's 1 or 4 or 5 people. But it's all brought us all up. It's bringing the lower classes up as well. I mean, if you're a C class shot, you've got to shoot above your score to win the C class, which is hard to do, but yeah, but it's all good. I think it's become a bit more professional, and I think there's a lot of people with a lot more time and obviously quite a bit more money that can do it. And there's more 100 bird shoots than there ever used to be. It used to be a lot of 50 birders, but there's a lot of 100 bird shoots now. You can shoot all through the winter, go every Sunday for the winter and shoot. So you can do a lot more of it. People get better by doing a lot more, obviously, a lot more competitive shooting. So that's probably why the standards got so high.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, my best piece of advice would be to go to all the playgrounds. If you're going to shoot English sporting, which I shoot, go to all the different playgrounds, because otherwise you become a big fish in a small pond. If you go to the same place for 5 years, you get to know the targets, because they can't change them every time, and you get the layout and you know what you're doing. If you go to all the grounds, the shoots are difficulty, and some are easy, some are difficult, you become a lot more accomplished shot, and then you've seen every target. That's the way to progress. I say if you're happy just shooting club shoots and want to go once a month, that's fair enough. But if you want to progress and come get to the top, you need to go do the rounds and do the travelling. It is expensive. I mean, I'm only from a normal background. It is expensive, but if you want to become good, you need to do that really. It's definitely a lot of commitment. I mean, to go every Sunday, I probably miss 1 Sunday a year. To do that every year for the last 6-7 years is a lot of commitment, but I enjoy it. I mean, I enjoy the people, the social side of it, the competitions, going to different places. I mean, through shooting, I've been to New Zealand, Canada, South Africa, probably places I would never have been if it wasn't through shooting, and so we've seen some really nice places. My way of practice competing, yeah, because I don't have no time in the week really, normally, because I'm working for myself. Sometimes Saturday we shoot a little competition, but it's mainly Sunday, and we'll try and do 300 bird shoots on a Sunday, at different grounds obviously, and we shoot the pool shoots as well, so probably most Sundays in the summer I'll be shooting 350, 400 cartridges, which is, and then that's your weekly progress, and obviously you're shooting 400 a week, it's probably enough. I know some people shoot a lot more, but it's entirely up to the person really, to be honest with you. Yeah, I've got no bits and pieces, no gloves, don't wear gloves, just sometimes take a coat to wear and take off while shooting obviously. But yeah, you don't need too much gear, as long as just get a cartridge you're happy with. There's so many out there now, there's no bad ones, it's just what suits you and the gun and the chokes. Get one you're happy with, stick to that, don't chop and change, and that's another thing not to worry about. And then you just do the business, do what you can do, and it makes it a simple game then.